Hello! For those of you who are watching this, my name is Aaron. This is my very first video, and let me tell you a little about myself. I'm a middle-aged man, father of 3, married twice, but only one currently, so that works for me. I'm also diabetic, autistic, and depressed. And I'm working on those things, working on them all at the same time, actually. One of the things I'm doing right now is something called cognitive behavioral therapy. And anyone who's dealt with depression or anything like that knows what that is. I can't explain it right now. I just know that I sit down and I work on my depressive issues. I'm not suicidal or anything like that, so I consider myself fortunate that way. My depressive disorder is that I'm very hard on myself. I don't like making mistakes. I don't like screwing up, ever. And I kick myself so hard if I do. It's not even funny, because then I just screw up more. And I don't see myself in the same... I hold myself to a much higher standard than I do to other people. And one thing that was recommended was, regardless of what happens during the day, be grateful. And find something specific to be grateful for. And so that's what I'm going to do. Now, this is going to be my video series, hopefully, of 3 things. 3 things I'm grateful for each day or each series of days if I don't get to it on a daily basis. Like I said, it's my first video. I don't know what's going to happen. Now, I have 3 wonderful children. I have a wonderful wife and an amazing immediate and extended family, including, your friends, my friends. I don't know about your friends, but my friends are wonderful. And I do consider them family as well. And I have those things going for me, and I know that. I also have, I have a lot of things going well for me right now. The big one, and I'll get to the other ones later, but if I keep doing this series, don't get used to this backdrop, because I'm moving. Getting a new house. Damn nice one, too. This here is a fixer-upper that never got fixer-uppered. And so it's time to go. It's been 8 years trying to keep up with the Joneses, and the Joneses don't care. They just, they don't care. So anyway, those are generalities that I'm constantly grateful for. But today, what am I grateful for today? Number 1, my daughter. She's 7 years old. And she's a hoot. She's a hippie pagan just like her mother and me. Today we were driving back from my mother-in-law's. I was dropping off some furniture that they're going to store for us for this new house. And as we're driving back, it's still light out, but we could see the moon. And right now the moon is almost full. And Autumn was just like, yes, her name's Autumn. She's like, oh, that's so pretty. And as we're getting home, it's the way that it's lined up in the sky, it's like alongside us. And Autumn's just like, it's still following us. I'm like, well, it's making sure we get home safe, is what she says. No, she said, the moon leads the way. I'm sorry, how can you not think this is just one of the sweetest things? Well, I thought so. She's 7 years old, and she just blows my mind. She's one of the most amazing little creatures I've ever known, and I have the good fortune of raising her, so, lucky me. Number 2, my health. I am grateful for my health. Yes, I'm diabetic, and I do have other health concerns as well, but I'm working on it. I'm, trying to lose weight. I've been fluctuating. I've gone from losing 20 pounds to gaining 10 of it back. I've lost 3. But I got one of these bad boys. If you don't know, this is one of those little misfits. And it measures your steps throughout the day and your sleep patterns and all that kind of stuff. Well, this is the third day I've had this thing, and I've got it on the lowest setting right now, which is like 600 steps or 6,000 steps in a day. 600. That's barely across the house. That's barely across the street or whatever. But look at that. Got my goal. So it's a start. It's the first day I've done this in 3 days. It's really tough. Because my job involves a lot of sitting. I'm a glorified receptionist, so I got to stay at the phones and make sure that everyone gets to where they need to go via the phone line. So there is that. I just realized I did not go into this. I didn't think ahead on this one. I don't have a third thing. I should. It really, if I'm going to call this 3 things, I really should have a third thing. Did I show you this? It just looks so cool on the screen. I'm going to say that I'm grateful. You know what? Actually, I have a third thing. My middle child, he's 14 years old, and he's about to start high school. And we just found out today that he's been accepted into a local charter school called Ideas Academy, and it's actually almost like an art school. He sings, he writes, he draws. He's an amazing artist and a very very, very creative individual. And so this is a wonderful opportunity for him. I can see him really thriving here versus the traditional school program. Now, my oldest son, he is in the traditional school program. I have nothing against it. My oldest son is going to graduate next year, and I will support him in the traditional system because it works for him. He is autistic as well, so he's part of this special program that has been bending over backwards to make sure that he succeeds. They're not always successful. We're not always successful, but hey, we're parents. We can't be successful all the time. We basically, if you're a parent out there, you know what it is. Basically, you're working hard enough. You're hoping to do a good enough job to be worked out of a job, because eventually you got to let them go. And it's tough, I remember when I was holding these little ones, now they're 17, 14, and 7. 2 boys and my little princess. What do you do? They're good kids, and I'm so blessed to have them in my life. And I'm blessed to have my wife in my life as well. I'll talk more about her in the future. Like I said, she's a hippie pagan just like me. In fact, she's not here right now. You know what she's doing? Spinning fire. She spins fire. So, I don't spin fire. It scares me. But you know what? It's what she likes to do. It's her meditation. It gets her through, and I support it, she's not going to burn herself, and if she does, she knows what she did wrong. Anyway, so those are my 3 things. My daughter's beautiful musings on the moon, my health. This is just so much fun to watch. And, my son taking the next step towards the future he wants. So 3 things that I'm grateful for today. Hopefully I'll be able to tell you 3 more things tomorrow or in the near future. Until then, thank you for listening. Namaste. Blessed be. Get some sleep. It's late.